Hello, and welcome to D20 Error, where we roll dice before one of our internet goes out. My name is Cate. I'm the GM.
My name is Alice. I play Tam the Half-Orc Bard.
My turn. My name is Jules. I play Ren, the Elven Ranger Rogue.
My name is Maddy. I play Val, the Tiefling Druid Barbarian.
And my name is Miller, and I play Augie, the Human Paladin.
Yes. And today we are missing Jess, the Human Wizard, but it is all good. But she's just not here right now. Hey, you should follow us on our social media links. We have a Discord, we have a Twitter, we have an Instagram, we have a very fun TikTok, and we have a Tumblr. So you can follow us on those, and you can also follow us individually at our respective social media links, which I believe are under the little thing. So yeah, go follow them. They're good. Also, Jess, who is not here today, has some cool merch for Pride.
Yes!
So good.
Launched the Dino Store, I think is what it's called, which is so cute. And has some really cool stuff on there. So you should definitely go check it out. It's subtle if you want it, but it's also Pride, and it's some really cool stuff, and it supports some really cool people. So go check that out. Does anyone else have anything that they want to plug or?
Nope.
Okay. Then let us get into it. Jules, did you wanna recap our previous session?
Sure. So last we left off, we were flying in a big ol' skyboat into Snovsk. It's a long journey. We did a few rolls that resulted in us blowing in various directions, and one roll that resulted in us fighting a very large bird called a rock. And during that fight, there were multiple occasions in which Augie and Tam were carried away. One point, Ren had to catch Augie as he fell to his doom. Luckily, Tam could fly, so that was less of an issue, although she did drop to 0 and bounce back to 1 at one point. Also, what else happened? I think that's kind of it. Ren
Tam
wore a
turned
sun
into a
hat.
giraffe.
That was important. Tam turned into a giraffe. That's also important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, wonderful job. So definitely get that inspiration die. So I think for Maddy's sake, for Val's sake, I think we'll start up with this right at the, for lack of pardon my pun, at the tail end of this encounter. As the rock just manages to slam down onto the deck of this ship before kind of like its claws get caught as it falls off the side and away.
Shit, I was gonna loot that bird. Oh well.
Sure it wasn't
Sorry.
holding anything in its feathers.
Could have checked.
Could have.
Ren is like wrapping the deep cut on his hand.
It actually, Tam, you recall as you were in its closet, had this weird like deck of cards that you're not sure what it
also
did.
was just encrusted in gold.
There was also just 3 Elzahimnian echoes just like chilling.
Yeah.
So
and
Tam's
a-
just gonna
even cooler
reignite
bow
her
than Ren
boots
has.
and then go flying.
Bye, 1 hit point, bye.
Bye.
It also seemed to be smoking a pipe. Don't know what that was.
It was
but-
Gandalf. I think it was Gandalf.
Yeah.
So sorry, are we all back on deck then?
I think if you're flying down, floating down.
Okay. I'm gonna just say that Val is gonna come like from below deck and kind of like open the door and be like, "Hey, so dinner's almost." What happened? What did I miss? I was just. You know what? I don't want to know. And then she's just gonna turn around and try to like go back down and continue to do things.
Oh yeah,
Something
Val, just to paint a picture, what you see is in like at the aft of the ship, there's like the general crew is kind of like looking around, kind of prepared. There's a couple of people at the helm making sure that it stays righted. There is a large majority of the I was about to say stage hands, the deck hands, standing there with like a white sheet that's kind of open and kind of looking at one another confused. In the corner, there's like this weird like pile of Augie and also Ren, and they're kind of just like.
Ren had to get up because he had to shoot the bird.
Okay, so Augie's kind of
Augie's
like
just
down,
Yeah.
like kind of face down in a mess, and Ren's kind of standing over. And Tam looks beat up. Oh my god.
Yeah. Just like claw marks everywhere.
Yeah.
Like bleeding from her like abdomen.
Why didn't you guys call me? Oh
You
my
were-
god.
You were cooking dinner? You know, your biggest meal of the day.
I could have. Okay. What did you fight?
Sorry.
Big bird.
A big bird.
Really big bird.
Maybe we won't have chicken for dinner. Okay. So
Actually, I think it would be appropriate.
Yeah, I think it's thematic. I'm down for it.
okay. So dinner's chicken. Does anybody need any help? Tam.
Yeah, sure. If you want to, Augie patched me up, but I'll put my hand out and be like, yeah, sure. If you got any juice.
Do I have any
Fancy juice.
Yeah,
Just
do you
straight
have
up
any
juice.
juice? It's just like, yeah.
I have a jug.
Can I cast Cure Wounds on Tam?
Yeah.
Come on. Hello. Did my computer just have a moment?
Nice. It's okay. We'll say for the purpose of this, you do cast Cure Wounds. Kind of Nora stumbles out from kind of behind a box, looking a little sunburnt, a little kind of like discombobulated, and is like, right, I think that's enough sun for the day. And wanders downstairs.
That was very good, Nora.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Also, I gave 8 hit points. That's what I got. I got
Peace
8.
out. Thank you, Val. I'll just sort of ask her, like, so is supper? I actually don't know what time it is. Is it soon?
Yeah, it's around. Val looks at a non-existent watch and is like,
Medieval watch.
"Yeah, it should be soon." Do you want me to go? I can go
Good
check.
stuff. Oh, no, it's fine. No rush. Well, we could probably clean up the deck. Clear the feathers away.
Yeah, probably.
All right, so you spend the rest of the afternoon kind of cleaning up. You see the bosun kind of like walking around, kind of looking a little. The rock seems to have taken a bit of the edge with it, so kind of like he begins to walk over there and patching stuff up, very slowly casting mending on a couple places. Actually finding wood and stone and shaping that in others. Just generally going around. You have a very nice meal. Val and Chef have been kind of getting more acquainted with one another over these past couple days and like really making sure that the food's pretty good. Val, from your point of view, Chef is a man of very few words. But regardless, you feel like he is warming up to you slightly and, will pass things to you instead of having you wait around and having to ask him for more jobs. He'll just start delegating stuff to you, mostly prep work. He does let you do dessert one night, which is pretty cool. Yes. Okay. If anyone has anything else that they'd like to do. Okay.
Could Ren gather the feathers and like use them for fletching his arrows? Are they too big?
Sure.
Does this work?
Sure.
I don't know how it works.
Make an investigation check as you're kind of going around trying to find some good feathers.
Sure. 16.
Okay. I'll say that you're able to find about 12 really nice, full, clean, as they are for bird feathers. Very, very large, kind of like about that size
Big
feathers.
arrows.
Yeah. These are perfect for giant arrows. You find 8 more kind of dinged up looking ones that perhaps you could clean up. And if you really spend some time and take care, you can get them. There's a couple that are very, very bloody. But if you wanted to clean those up as well, like, there's about 4 of them that are like really there's a pile of blood and they're all kind of floating in there.
I think I'll pass on those
Okay.
ones. Would rock feathers do anything cool, or is it just like cool looking?
They look really cool.
All right, I'll take it.
But yeah, there's no like magical properties. If you take the time to like enchant them, if you wanted to do some like artificer shit.
I don't think Ren knows how to intentionally enchant things.
Yeah.
If he knit an arrow, that might be a different story.
If you go talk to Oliver, potentially as an artificer, you might be able to do some interesting stuff with that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll save some for Oliver.
Just a guess, hypothetically.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say, with the big feathers, that's enough for, usually for an arrow. I'll say that's enough for like 2 arrows per feather.
Per feather?
Yeah.
Cool. So like 24 feathers. I mean arrows. Okay, math.
If you like cut them in half and use them.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Nice. Okay. If everyone's good, the rest of this day and into the night, it is relatively clear. It's that nice clear. The weather has still held up very nicely despite the encounter with the bird earlier. There doesn't seem to be anything else.
Oops.
All right. Let's go on to the next day. If someone wants to roll a D100.
I haven't done it yet, I think. Or have
Okay.
I don't remember.
I
But I'll
don't
do
know.
it.
Why don't you? Yeah.
Okay. Let me grab me.
Oh,
Nice.
Maddy, just so you know, so D100, the 2 D10s with the 10s place and the 1s place, you roll both of them, and that gives you that number. And depending on what you roll, I have a table that dictates kind of conditions for that day or things that'll happen. You know, just just letting you know.
I rolled a 50 and a 0. So 50?
Yeah. Per 50?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you roll a D6 for me?
Yes. I can't, maybe. He immediately dropped it. 1.
Okay. All right. Whereas this is getting out on the deck as you kind of step out, you see that there are people securing things down. And it's very similar to those winds that you experienced the other day where they blew you kind of in the right direction. However, this time you feel very different. As you kind of get up, you have to struggle to kind of keep yourself upright, in fact. It is a very windy day, and you actually lose 1 day of travel. So still on
Oh, no.
day 4, basically.
Got it.
But no matter. You don't gain any distance, but you also don't lose any either. So you're not particularly blown back in one direction. It's just kind of everything that you can to just maintain your general position and kind of going back and forth, east and west, but moving more north is not doing it. And that actually makes sense because you are getting further and further north, so it is beginning to get a little colder. Not Snovsk territory, not to the place where you need winter coats, but whereas earlier it felt like it was getting into spring, it's now solidly, it was full spring and is back into that winter.
Okay, have we encountered any other skyships?
No, not as you've seen right now, looking around, and
Okay.
not any today.
All right. Okay. Every now and again, Tam will just sort of look over the edge and just see if any of them are like flying below us. But
We
like,
get Tam a cool spyglass. Can Tam borrow us? I just like that image.
yeah,
If you go up to the crow's nest, that's where most people are doing the lookout.
There's a crow's nest?
I think
think
no,
might be
there's
spending
not
a lot of
because
time.
I'm thinking of.
Oh,
Sorry, I play in a pirate campaign and we played this morning, so my head was on the Scarlet Wind, not the Scarlet Bitch. Okay, no, there is not because there is a balloon, but yeah, there is a particular kind of like small cornered off section that's specifically for lookout that you can go in and you see a figure, a dwarf. You see a dwarven man, like big beard, that's got the spyglass at the ready, and is just kind of on the lookout.
I'll kind of tap him on the shoulder. Won't be like, I know, I would tap him on the shoulder. I'll just like clear my throat.
Oh, hey.
Hi. I'm just wondering, do you have a spare one of those spyglasses that I could borrow for a while?
A spare? No, I don't. But if you'd be interested, I don't mind you looking through this for a little bit.
Sure, yeah. Oh god,
Certainly.
the accent bleed is gonna be so
I know.
bad.
I was like, oh, I gotta. But
Yeah, no, absolutely. I really don't mind, and I'll just I'll take it and I'll have a look through.
sure. Make a perception check.
9. No, not even 9, 7.
Okay. Yeah, like looking around, like the wind out here is particularly strong as well, and it's kind of like difficult to kind of keep it. It's kind of cloudy, so it's a lot of gray. In fact, you feel like a slight as you're flying through the clouds. You find right now, the spyglass goes pretty far, but you're just currently in a cloud as he kind of hands it off, so can't really see much.
I'll squint hard for a while and then I'll just give up and give it back to him and be
The
like,
important thing is that you looked really cool.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, but despite not being able to see anything with like the wind swept hair and kind of like you get a moment where it gets in your face and you kind of blow it back out.
Yeah.
And
She looks fucking great, but in her mind's just like, I'm fucking blind right now. I'll give it back to him and be like, oh, thank you. I'm Tam. I don't think we've met before.
oh, no, nice to meet you. I'm Mogrel.
Oh, girl, right? Are you from? Oh, she is so bad. Are you from Valashi? Are you from Clea, or where from?
No, bit north of Hagel actually.
Oh, nice. Yeah, great. Well, far from home at the moment then.
No, not at all. Nice to fly over. Maybe if I'm super nice about it, the captain will let me borrow like a parachute or something. I can go down.
I mean, I've got boots that can fly, so I can just like give you a lift if you want.
All right. So, people to rob, you're first on the list.
Right. Right,
I'm kidding.
Are you?
You want to make an insight check?
Another 7, but I've got a -1, so 6.
Yeah, you know, it maybe
Okay.
it feels like it's like the kind of thing where you're like, maybe you're joking, maybe you're not. He's just kind of friendly about it, so you don't really know either way.
Right. In which case I'll just be like, right. Well, I'll sleep with one eye open then.
I be sure to.
All right. See ya. And I'll fuck up.
All right.
I think Ren will spend this blustery day in the library crocheting a sun hat for Nora in a cream color to contrast his black one.
Nora's in there currently kind of researching just airships. It looks, I don't know how she found it, or you don't know how she found it either, but she seems to have kind of like a blueprint of different flying vehicles and things like that, and is in particular researching right now the effects of the hot air balloon kind of structure and how that whole thing works.
Yeah, Ren asks annoying questions just often enough that she can't like get into like the flow state of research.
Yeah, at one point she kind of okay, and she holds it up and she goes, okay, so this is a balloon right here, and kind of like the fire goes into the balloon and it makes it go up because smoke rises.
Bullshit.
A bit, but
Smoke raises an entire ship.
it's a lot of fucking smoke. Have you seen it?
I mean, it is a lot of smoke, but I mean, our house didn't rise into the air.
She takes a second and she snaps, and you see as a bunch of like little light globules appear, and she goes, okay, I can do that just at will. So it stands to reason that then maybe smoke can also lift a ship.
Smoke and magic, perhaps. All right. I'll have to live with not understanding it.
I mean, I could explain it to you in a
Ren
way that would
interrupts
make
her to
sense.
fit the hat on her head.
She kind of like
floppy, but
she
I
kinda-
think it suits you. Yeah. Yeah. You need a ribbon though. Takes it off.
sure.
Starts hunting for a ribbon somewhere. I don't know where. Steals one from like one of the books with like a book, like you know those books that have like ribbons in them.
Oh
Yeah.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Oh. Okay.
Oh
At
shoot.
13.
Okay, give me a second to pull up Nora's sheet. I don't know her wisdom.
Probably real high. Actually, no, she
Well,
has no
her intelligence is high, but I don't know about wisdom. It's what did you roll?
13.
13. Oh, she's not proficient in it either. Okay. Yeah. Okay, you just managed to kind of swipe it without it. Her passive perception's 12.
I mean, it's
So.
fitting. She's gonna wear like a bookmark on her head. It's perfect for Nora.
That's actually really cute.
I did
it was
destroy
more
a
of
book
if
for
you-
it, but it's fine.
It was more of that. Yeah.
All right. She now has a crocheted sun hat with a book ribbon in it. I'll make sure to tell her.
Okay.
Its enchantment is that it helps her see when it's sunny out.
Yeah, that's really cute.
It
Okay.
adds shade to her face magically. And
Yeah.
also because that's what it does.
It also just makes her look really cozy, and we'll say in warm weather it keeps her face slightly cooler, and in cold weather it keeps her ears slightly warmer.
Nice. All right.
Okay, does anyone else have anything that they would like to do on this particularly tempestuous day?
probably right after the fight, Augie's just gonna go back to his room and just kind of be just, what was that? Like just lying in the bed, like thinking, like trying to process everything. Like, what does this mean?
Do you come to any conclusions, or you just think and kind of?
Just having a bit of a crisis, you know.
Hello?
Hello?
You back?
Did my
Hi.
Wi-Fi go for a sec?
A wee bit.
Okay, I just said he just lies down and just trying to process everything that kind of just happened and being like, what does it mean?
You know what makes everything better? A spot trip.
Oh, what? Hang on, sorry,
I think a spa trip? Was that what you said,
thought
Alice?
trip.
Yeah, I meant sauna, sorry.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Well,
D20 error.
what if our internet goes out? Oh goodness. I think. Hello?
Real choppy.
Hello?
Same.
Yeah. Just the
Oh no.
I am operating under the assumption that Tim said spa trip.
I think so too.
Oh no. Yeah. Sauna. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Hana. Was that Tam saying it, or was it just Alice? It's
I
the
think
issue.
I think Tam.
Okay.
Oh goodness.
Goodness me.
So anyways, while that is getting fixed, does anyone else have anything that they would like to do? Okay.
I don't think so.
Despite the wind, there is a lovely apple tart served with dinner. Val, can you just make just a general charisma check for me?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
Where's my charisma? There she is. That's a hot 11.
Woo!
Okay. Chef kind of eyes you for a second before, in like a very gruff voice, says, "Stop what you're doing for a second. Come here." Takes an apple out and shows it to you and goes, "Okay, first quart. See? And then you're gonna start chopping it into very, very thin slices. Any thicker than that, I'm kicking you out of this kitchen, you understand?" Okay. And he shows it to you. And he goes, "Next, you're gonna take it, you're gonna twist. Like this, and you're gonna lay it so scalloped. And then you're going to turn it." And he holds it out, and what you see is like a little apple flower.
Mhm.
Let me see you do it.
Do I have to roll for that?
Why don't you make you just dex maybe, or sleight of hand, whichever. If you're proficient in sleight of hand, go for that. If otherwise, just do dex.
It's either or, so I'll just do sleight of hand because why not?
Okay.
That an unnatural 20.
Very, very acutely, you kind of are watching this, and immediately you just get to work, and you make this beautiful little apple rose, and he looks very impressed, and he says, "All right, get started on the others." and takes it off. Yeah, you all are served very, very beautifully decorated apple tarts with dinner. Hi Alice, welcome back. Sana?
Yeah, I don't know. My internet's being a bit funky, so bear with. If it happens again, I will just put my camera on off and then mute myself until it sorts itself out.
Okay. Did you say that as Tam or as?
Can't really remember. I think it was. I think it was as me. I think it was me. So
Okay.
doesn't have to be a conversation. He can just lie in his bed.
Okay. Well, I'm just letting you know he will definitely be taking you up on the.
Where are you?
I'm on my high. I just technical difficulties with the recording. Just give me a second.
Oh goodness.
No, it's fine. All I'm, he's definitely gonna take up Tam's thing for turning him into a giraffe to make him not have to think for a bit.
Oh yeah, head empty, no thoughts, only giraffe. That plan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like
Polymorph?
whenever he suggests, I'll take him down and consensually turn him into a giraffe.
Who needs therapy when you have polymorph? Am I right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on. We'll say that the day passes. No big birds attack, but unfortunately, you don't really make any progress. We'll skip to the next day. Who would like to roll?
I can do it.
Okay. Woo.
I was gonna say I left my dice on the other side of the room, and I was like, I don't want to have to dig.
84.
84. Okay. In comparison to yesterday, the wind seemed to have died down slightly. You managed to complete another day of travel. It's not particularly as nice as it was that first time, but it's not particularly awful either. You know, it's a standard day of travel. Looking down below, you can actually see a couple fields. It seems as though you've gotten into a more kind of farming area of the country, and you see just large, expansive fields of green and yellow, and there's a couple red and purple fields as well. And yeah. If there's anything anyone like to do today, otherwise we can continue on.
Ren will continue to try and learn about navigation.
Navigation.
Navigator.
Okay, yeah, you go over to the Calico Tabaxi, who kind of before you even like start to approach, kind of is bent over her map and kind of like without turning around says, "Ah, you're back. Come."
What have you got for me today?
Yesterday, we seem to have gotten a bit off course. Lost a day of travel. Not that big a deal, but we're passing over, just encroaching into Hegel territory now.
Well, how far out do you think we are if we keep losing time?
If we keep losing time, it depends on how much time is lost. I'm a bit concerned, and kind of pulls over to the map. You see, kind of using her hands, and kind of there is a very large mountain range that we are approaching. Our current course would have us go straight and continue on to reach the capital city, or if we'd like, we can go around. That would add a few days of travel, but it would perhaps have less tumultuous weather.
And there's a chance that weather could put us back even more.
It is a gamble. But going around would add a few days to travel, so it is a question of, do we risk it, or do we play it safe?
What's your gut telling you?
I'd like to know what your gut is telling you.
I mean, I'm one to take a risk.
Do you think that you and your party as well would agree with that decision?
I don't know. Probably.
Then we'll take the risk.
All
Continue
right.
straight over the mountains. We'll have to increase our altitude. That would be acceptable, I believe.
Yeah.
And continues on to kind of speak to other things. Okay, thank you. Good to know. You're going to continue the straight.
Just made that decision, you victoriously.
At
Oh, by the way, her name is Snowdrop.
Snowdrop. I love
So
her
good.
so much.
Oh yes.
Oh. Okay, hold on.
Snowdrop.
Yeah,
She's
she's
so
a
fucking cool.
calico tabaxi.
Big fan. That's it.
Okay. Tam, did you have something?
Yeah, no. In a kind of vague effort to get communication flowing back even, back flowing, at a meal, maybe at dinner, if we're all sat kind of near each other, Tam will just say to the group, I was thinking of sending a message to Bianca. Do we have anything that we want to, just should I go with general, like, we're fine, we're alive? Anything else?
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Also ask her how she's doing.
Yeah, how's she doing?
Mhm.
How's Clea?
Yeah. We probably shouldn't tell her about the rock.
I mean, she might be interested. No.
No, you should have seen her face when she found out I went to hell. I don't think worrying her anymore would be a very good idea.
Yeah. No, that's super sensible. Okay, and then I'll cast sending on Bianca.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Oh no. Oh, wait, I'll stop in case Ren has something. But like, yeah.
If you have enough words, it might be worth checking in on the ground as to whether there's any movement regarding the apparently not dead Anguillan heir.
Yep. Okay. I'm going there. Can do that. Right. So I'll say, hi Bianca. Lots to say. How are you? We're alive. How's Clea? Anyone out to kill Ren? Have a great. Is that it?
Yeah.
This is like around dinner time. You kind of get a response back. Here, I'm gonna do this for accuracy. Tam? Hi. Clea's good. Probably I'll put some resources into that. What was the other question you asked?
It was how's Clea? No, how are you? How's Clea?
Oh, okay.
Anyone out to kill Ren?
Okay. Experiencing some politics.
We need a t-shirt of that.
Experiencing
Experiencing some
Right.
politics.
You may have to make a pit stop soon. And that's what the
Okay.
message
I'll just
says.
send her a sending back and it'll be like, oh, a pit stop. Okay. Wait, where? Do we need to see anyone or deliver a message? I think I'm running out.
You did
get-
a lot of ums and waits.
you get back. The Fae have a different political system that we have recently been made aware of. May have to do some damage control. We'll send information if pertaining to, and then cuts off.
All right. Good that she's bad at this as well.
She knows key. That's it.
We love to see it. I won't respond then. I'll just she's conveyed that, so it's cool. And then I'll say to the rest of the group, she's doing good. Someone probably is out to kill you, Ren. But she said she'll figure out who it is and try and stop them.
She says she's to clarify. It was it wasn't like a she'll figure out who it is. It's a probably didn't realize that was another thing that she needed to prioritize. So is like I'll devolve some resources into just that general area.
In which case, I'll say something more to the effect of she'll look into it if it's a thing. And apparently the Fae have some political system. I mean, we kind of saw that when we went to the Feywild, but apparently their politics is an issue at the moment, so we might have to stop and do some damage control.
Well, if there's anything we're qualified for, it's damage control.
We're really fucking good at that. We've had to do so much of it. Do you remember the underbrush? That was
I think it was more damage than control.
I don't think we need to mention it. I don't think we need to mention it.
No, yeah.
Yeah, we seem to do really well under high pressure political issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
How soon and where did she say? She
seemed a little bit hazy on the details. It sounds like everything's just in motion at the moment, so I might just send her a message tomorrow. She also said she was having supper, so I'll give it a moment, give it a day if you guys are okay, and then touch base with her then. She said actually she'd get a message to us, so perhaps we just wait for her to give that info.
Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, she sounded okay, Augie.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Augie. Did you want to respond to that or?
No, totally
Okay.
fine.
Okay. All right. Unless anyone has anything else they want to do, the day of travel comes to an end. Next day picks up. Would anyone like to roll for that?
Does Maddy want to?
Maddy.
I gotta go get my dice. Hold on.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. While that's happening, do you send a thing to Bianca the next day?
Yes, I will. I'll send her a message in the mid-morning.
Okay. You can just, if you want to, just generally say the gist. Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, well, I was gonna say, do you ask for more information on?
Yeah, I'm just gonna ask where she'd want us to land, how pressing it is, and just do we need to be cautious of the people that we're gonna see?
The vibe you get back is she says it's not an issue of where, as more it's when which kind of matches up to your knowledge of general how the Feywild maybe works.
Yeah.
It always shifts, so you never really know. It's more an issue of when. It's in a little bit, but you have time. She mentions she says, I'm trying to figure out in like 25 words. She says that they have been made aware of the existence of the Summer Court and the Gloaming Court, and the fact that they were not invited to a coronation has caused a stir.
Okay. I will pass that info on to the group, but specifically on to Nora in case she has any texts about the summer or the Glooming Court and wants to do some kind of like, research.
I mean, my books are kind of limited. I would have had more at the library. This is kind of just essentials, she says, in a room covered in books. But I'll see what I can do. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no pressure, obviously, but like if there's an index, you can go to like summer courts. I don't know how libraries work.
That's clear.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna, I
Okay.
feel blasphemous being in here, so I'll go.
Okay. How many messages do you spend on that, by the way?
Yeah, I would probably say that's at least 2 or 3. I'll let you decide whether it's
if it's 2, then that's the information. If it's 3, I'll give you 1 more piece.
Let me see how many spell slots I have. Actually, I'll probably just keep it at 2.
Okay, no worries. All right, Maddy, do you want to roll that percentile?
I did. I got a 4 and then a 0, like double 0. So
You rolled so you rolled a 4.
So yeah, like I got a 4 and then I got
Nice.
Double
2
zero?
zeros.
Oh. In Call of
What does
Cthulhu,
this
you would have
mean?
that would have been so good. Okay. Nice. The weather's very nice. It's back to that kind of that it's almost the weather that you had with the rock earlier, but it's that nice thing, so it kind of gives you like a little bit of a false heightened like, oh god, it's same conditions, but it's beautiful. It's very, very nice.
Did we end up getting that like garden forest established in the one of the areas of the ship yet? Did we establish that? Because I know Ren was like, we'll add a garden, and then I don't know if it happened yet.
I
don't
know
either.
that at one point there was, and I don't remember if we switched it out for the library or if we.
I have no idea.
I do not remember for the life of me. I just remember that we discussed having some sense of greenery on the ship in some way, shape, or form.
Ren would
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah, so would Val.
Am I in a forest?
No.
Oh my god. Honestly, I can't remember, so I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I have this
I think I remember specifically talking about it, so I'm gonna say yes. At the very least, there is like a small section that you've commandeered that's like not officially like a whole big garden, but is like just a corner that's just trees and like a little chair, like a reading nook of plant.
Yeah, because I wrote down 2 walk-in closets, hot tub, sauna, and garden. That was what I wrote down.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yes, 24, I think, is the garden
Yes.
we decided. Or it's either 13 or 24 is the garden and the other one's the library. That's
Okay.
I remember that.
So I guess this day is real nice. Val's gonna kind of like ask Chef if she can have a lunch break,
Mm.
and she's gonna dip over to the garden, and she's just gonna, like, if you said there's like a tree and a chair, she's just gonna sit Is there like sun coming in, or is it all like closed off?
No, there's portholes and stuff that.
Oh, she's literally just like sitting there, closing her eyes and pretending that she's back in the forest just for like 5 minutes.
Okay. Oh my god, guys! I just found my notes. Okay, there we go. Phew.
Yay!
Okay, 3 is the library. And I'm pretty sure it's like 24 or something. Yeah, 24 is the garden. Awesome. Yes.
I don't know if anybody else comes up to me while I'm just like, but
Well, you do hear like you're kind of lying there, and you do hear, just kind of. I don't like this boat.
I was gonna like kind of sit up and look around. Hello?
Hi. I don't like this boat. It's really cramped. You recognize this voice.
I do?
Yeah, this is Shar speaking.
Oh, okay. My idiot brain was like, is the tree talking to me right now?
That was my thought too.
Oh my god.
I
no,
forgot.
it's Shar.
I was like, what? I was about to answer with God.
Oh my god, please do.
Yeah, so let's just roll back and just God?
Yes. Thank you for recognizing me as such. Seriously, are you okay with this?
Not really. She's like got her arms back and is like like basically holding on to the tree. It's just like I don't like it. I miss the ground so much.
What if we got a piece of rope and dangled it and just dangled for a while? I think I'd be okay with that. I
Like
can do it.
Swing?
I can do it.
I know. Chef only gave me 30 minutes though, so I figured I'd just soak up the tree that I have and the sun. I have been in the kitchen for a very long time, but no, you're right. I don't.
I didn't get to fight the bird.
I know. Neither did I. I was a little upset, but you know the tarts had to be made, so.
No, the tarts had to be made.
Yeah. Next time they know to call us and we'll come help.
Next time we do any kind of meat, I want on for a little bit.
Next time we cook meat?
Yeah.
What's today? Today I believe
I need to chop something.
Correct. I know. I'm just trying to figure out when the next day for meat is, because today's a stew.
Anyways.
With the leftover, like Val's like, today's a stew with the leftover meat. So she's like,
Yeah.
tomorrow I believe is when we're next having meat. So I'll let you when we get to chopping, because I do have to do all the prep work for the vegetables, but then after I should be able to.
That's fine.
Do you want to go above deck and look over the side? Or do you want me to go back into the kitchen? Because we've got about 5.
It's fine. I
don't like
a knife. I would just like a little bit of time just to
chop.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I believe after break I have to do. It's not meat, but
I know. I hear everything that you hear. I know what we have to do.
I know. So what I'm saying is, if you want to do the vegetables, I'll let you do the vegetables.
Okay.
But I'm coming back out for the dessert because I'm not letting you fuck up the tarts.
I'm very dexterous when I want to be.
I know. But I think he's starting to like me, and if he lets me do the tarts on my own, we're getting somewhere.
Okay. So anyways.
Yeah, and then Val goes back to the kitchen and continue and lets Shar have his choppy moment.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Val's just sitting there. That's like every time he goes so fast, she's like, ha! He's gonna top
Yeah,
his
it gets really close to the fingernails, like a couple of times. Just
And she's just like, ah, watch your finger. Like every 5 seconds. And he's just like, shut it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Anyone else do anything today?
Yeah.
right. You're fine. You're fine.
No,
Take your
no,
time.
I know. Augie's gonna find Ren.
Probably in the library or in the garden. He probably wouldn't be in the garden when Val is in there.
It was just lunch break.
I was going to
Okay.
say, though, can you imagine like Ren sitting next to Val as Val's having a full conversation with no one?
I
No,
know
he'd
you
go there
wanted
for
to-
solitude.
All right. So you find him in the garden.
Hi, can we talk?
Sure.
Okay. I'll go sit next to him. But like not too far away where it's like the space between them is a little awkward. Or he tried like Augie's a little too far away.
This, by the way, this garden. So it is at like the little corner, like at the very bottom of the ship, and it's there right at that helm. In one corner, there is a very large kind of cherry blossom tree that appears to be magically made to be in bloom, and it kind of covers most of the top of this ship. It is also magically there's an illusion on the top of it to make it look like it's just a nice, bright, sunny day that's peeking through the cherry blossom trees. Around there is various flowers and shrubbery, and the ground itself has like that really soft grass where it kind of, and there's like a slight breeze that is blowing in through the front, so it kind of has this nice little ripple effect. And in general, there's also a switch that Ren, you know about if you'd like. Near the front where the door is, there's a little switch that can switch it to nighttime, where it's still the same plants and everything, but it goes down, and instead of that light coming from the top of the sunny day, it instead instills a bunch of fireflies.
I think
That
Ren
kind
would
of-
have it, yeah, at night, and he'd be like with his back to the cherry tree, just looking at all
Okay.
the other plants and stuff.
All right.
I feel like we should probably talk about what happened.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for this whole mess. I should have told you this second it happened. After it happened. It shouldn't have happened. It's just a little different for me, the whole sex thing. In hell, I was really alone. I had Zariel, but she's not exactly the warmest. So I did that instead. And it's not a big deal to me. And yeah.
I don't think I was ever upset about that part. It was just the I don't know, feeling like I was in the dark, or it's hard to put to words, but I think that's the first time anyone has ever apologized to me. So, yeah, I'll take that. Yeah. I think you didn't really do anything. I don't know, Nora would disagree. I don't think you did that much wrong. I've just been thrown for a loop and not sure how to talk to you or really anyone.
Well, I don't want anything to be weird between us. I don't like how we've been acting around each other for the past few days.
I'm sorry for electrocuting you. I really did not mean to do that. It was just poorly planned.
It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. In the moment, I sort of thought maybe, but I realized you wouldn't do it on purpose. No, it's okay.
Mm. Did you mean what you said? After you said what happened, the pop after.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did. I can say it again.
Would you?
I really like you, Ren.
With all the fireflies glowing and the little cherry blossoms falling, Ren's just gonna lean in and wait a beat for Augie to lean away. And if Augie does not lean away, Ren's gonna kiss him.
Augie's not leaning away.
That was unintelligible, Miller.
Yeah, no. I said Augie's not leaning away.
Okay. Just a little one.
Augie's just that he is. You've never seen him smile like this. The second you pull away.
I think I like you too.
Cool. Augie takes Ren's hand.
Yeah. I'll just sit like that for a while.
With the cherry blossoms and the fireflies will pan out. And we'll move on to the next day, unless anyone has anything else they'd like to do.
I'm gonna bask in how Oren High School host club that was.
Miller, do you need a second?
I'm beat red.
Do you need a second? Do you want to take a quick break?
I'm fine.
Okay. All right. Maddy, I can't hear you if you were trying to say something.
I'm really happy that Val's crazy talk happened prior to this.
Oh yeah. All right. I can't wait for the next day. We're gonna TPK with a the fight or something. All right. Yes. So next day, would someone like to roll D100?
Sure, yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. Oh man, just missed that. That's so sad.
I know, I'm so sad.
Oh.
I'll clip it.
Okay.
But we need to tell her to record her reaction.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I got 64.
Oh, I was really thinking you were going to say 69 and I was going to be really happy. 64. Okay. Can you roll me another D10?
Yeah. D10.
Mhm.
7.
7. Okay. Okay. The day goes by, uneventful. Pretty nice weather out as usual. It starts off a little foggy and cold in the morning, that kind of cold where it hits your sinuses a bit and you're sniffling. Just East Coast, you get what I mean. It's that, but then it begins to slowly warm up throughout the day. So you kind of at first are wearing your sweaters and stuff, and then as it gets a little bit warmer, kind of end up shedding some things. Does anyone have anything they'd like to accomplish during the day? Ren, do you spend any time with the navigator?
Yeah, I think he'd be helping out.
Okay.
The same way that a child helps in the kitchen.
You watch. Snowdrop is there kind of working on stuff. And at one point you see something and she goes, I want to show you something. And she kind of takes this piece of fabric, it almost looks like, and whoosh, kind of throws it over top this topiary map and all the ridges and stuff. And you watch as you see as it's like a dark navy kind of thing, and it has a lot of little pin pokes through the fabric. And as it passes over, it kind of takes a second and settles, and it becomes, instead of that day like view, it also has a night sky that has different constellations and things that are kind of raining down. And she says, tonight we are, well, at least I am, you're welcome to if you'd like, we're going to stay up a bit later than usual. We're expecting a meteor shower later tonight.
All right. Yeah, I'll stay up. I don't need much sleep anyway.
Mm.
Well,
Wonderful.
I don't sleep.
Oh, that's. Are you of elvish descent?
Yeah. Yes. Star elf. So this is appropriate.
Quite. The moon should be quite full. Full moon is in 2 days, but it should be eventful. Shouldn't experience anything. It should be far enough away, but we do, in the imminent chance that perhaps something were to come near us, just be prepared.
Noted.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything that they'd like to do during the day?
Well, Augie is gonna pull Val and Tam and be like, guys. What?
Val's gonna be like, I got 5 minutes. What do you got for me?
I talked to Ren.
And
Fuck off. Yeah, he kissed me.
Wait, he kissed you? You're
Yeah.
like he. Wow. Oh right.
Right?
Wow. My money was not on that. I thought you go in for it.
I wasn't expecting that either. I feel like this is a big step for him.
yeah.
It is.
Val's gonna slide Tam a silver piece because she bet Augie would do it first, so she just is like, fuck. Damn it.
I'll be like, thank you very much. I thought it was a gold. Actually, it's fine. So, oh my god. So I mean, like you made up, I presume. And
Yeah, I
everything.
mean, I would think so. You know, we haven't like talked about like
Wasn't
I apologized. He accepted it, and we kind of just sat together for a bit. So I think
Yeah.
we're
I think that that's
I was just establishing it wasn't like a hate kiss, like when you're really angry at
hate
each other and
kiss?
you just like you get so angry that you make out.
It
I
it,
don't
it wasn't that charged.
know.
Val's just like sitting there going, "Wait, are you supposed to kiss people you hate? Is that how that works?"
Well, like if there's been like a build up and you've like had a lot of like tension and you know
Yeah.
look at each other and like you pin them to a wall. I don't know. I read a book one time. I read a book.
Very good.
It happens sometimes.
Oh, but yeah, this is so good.
So happy for you.
I just hope Nora will start talking to me again too.
Like in probably like 5 to 10 working days, maybe. I think she's probably. I mean, once she sees a friend's fine with it, I think she will cool off. Maybe it's worth having a talk to her though. Sorry, Jules.
I was just gonna say, like, Ren will absolutely tell Nora, but I was thinking we could like wait till next time.
Yeah,
and have
I
that
was.
moment.
That's.
Yeah,
I
but,
was
like,
once
it'll
this
be
scene was
around
over.
this time. Yeah.
100%. No, 100%. I was like, you have a conversation as well.
Yeah.
Which we will cover when
Next time.
Nora's here.
Yes.
I will not take that away from Jess.
Yeah. What
I'll
if we
just-
just don't tell Jess and the conversation Ren has with Nora is when Jess finds out?
I already told her that there was a clip that she had to watch and react to, but I can tell her. I can tell her never
Do a
mind.
different clip.
Yeah.
What clip?
No, anyways.
Just send her the clip of Val having an internal monologue with Char.
Yeah.
Say that's what
Yeah.
happened.
I'll plug you in and give him like a noogie and just be like, I'm so fucking proud of you.
Oh, thanks. Ugh.
Val's gonna be
I'm
like,
still taking you up on turning into the giraffe though.
Yeah, you know what? I could. No, I can't turn you both into giraffes. We've been through this. I will still turn you into giraffe. Val, do you want to turn into giraffe at any point?
like Cate and Bernard, like our giraffes.
Like them. You can become them. I can just, if you need to like tap out, if it's like too much in the kitchen and you need like a timeout, you can just go to the stable and I can like.
I have a different request.
Oh yeah, what do you want?
Can I be a squirrel?
Of course you can be a squirrel.
In the back of your head, Val, you hear, "You're a druid."
Val responds, not out loud, in her head. She goes, "I know, but I'm letting her have this."
Amazing.
Like, she's fully aware that she has wild shape and can absolutely turn into a squirrel at any given moment. But she's like, I want Tam to have that moment of
Yeah.
joy.
Tam's eyes are like mega bright. Like, do you want me to do it now?
No. I'm technically over time for my break, but yeah. You are getting extra apples on your tart today, my boy. And she says to Augie, and then she sprints back to the kitchen.
All right. So yes, the rest of the day passes and goes into the evening. The sky seems to be nice and clear. And around 9 o'clock, you begin to see the stars come out. A little bit earlier than that, but around 9, you begin to see little streaks of light as they pass.
As long as it doesn't disrupt what people are doing, and unless someone tells me to stop, in which case I will. Tam will probably just be playing some music on deck and like, while people watch the stars.
Yeah, Ren is living. He's living his best life. The moon is full. That's his lady. He's watching the freaking stars fall.
There's a couple. There's one. They seem to be moving in kind of a more northward direction. There's one that's like really bright and it kind of and disappears down. Kind of lasts a little longer than the others, but the others continue to.
Ren's gonna like lean into the backseat if she's still up there, And
Mm.
is it she, her for the tabaxi?
Yeah.
No drop. Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't
She,
remember.
she, they.
Cool.
Why not?
Hell yeah.
Just a little, you know,
Sprinkling.
sprinkling. You don't have to use it, but she's fine with it.
Sure. Yeah, he'll lean in and be like, "Have you experienced one of these before? These meteor showers. Do you know what happens to them when they fall?"
What happens to stars when they fall?
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting question. It depends on it depends on different things, you know. Many people, they're just bits of rock that fall to earth. Some people think differently. Sometimes it has religious value. It's an omen of good or an omen of bad. What do you think?
Well, there's like an ancient myth among the star elves that the first star elf was a star fallen from the sky. I'm making this up. This is not D&D lore.
It is now.
But I don't know what I believe. A lot of what my family told me was bullshit. So, but I kind of like that one. Oh, puppies.
She was wanting to come in. That's fun. So perhaps there's more of your kin that has come to grace us.
I hope not, unless they're distant family.
No. Don't spend your time with me. Go enjoy. I'm sure that's quite beautiful.
Would you like me to describe it?
You kind of see as she smiles a bit. Give it your best.
All right, Ren will pass on basically what you said earlier.
Yeah. You kind of, you take a second look, and there's a couple others. You see like two more kind of and
He'll try to do it justice.
You actually see, looking north, you're getting pretty close to mountains. And so you kind of see them disappear behind the mountains, going beyond.
Interesting. I feel like this is significant, but I don't know for sure. Is it flavor? Is there stars that we're gonna
I mean, you've rolled a meteor shower on the table.
I'm choosing to believe that we're gonna meet a star later.
Just a side tangent where we just redo the entire movie of Stardust.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I'm down.
We're already in the boat.
I mean, you haven't looked that closely at the echoes. So does anyone else want to do anything?
While Val is kind of watching the meteor shower, she's gonna take out her her quill and her paper that they gave her and kind of she's trying to figure out how to write a message to Gilf because they said they were gonna do that, but Val doesn't know how to write.
No.
So she's gonna go up to Tam and be like, I need your help.
Yeah.
I want to send Gilf a message. He got me, this paper and these quills so we can send messages back and forth because they turn into little bird paper things and then they go to him. Just I don't know how to write.
Oh, okay.
I can write my name, but other than that, I can read, but I've never been taught. So can you help me
Yeah.
write out
I'll get my own paper out and I'll just say, why don't you say what you want to say to Gulf, and I'll write it here, and then you can just copy it into yours because it might be nicer if it's your hand, you know? I feel bad if it was mine.
Just to let you know, paper birds, you have 50 words or fewer.
Okay, 50 words.
Okay.
So she's just gonna she's gonna write, hi Gilf. We're doing fine. Ship's sailing nicely. I started working in the kitchens. I learned how to make apple tarts. I saw a meteor shower today. It's really pretty. I wish you were on the boat with us. It'd be a lot more fun. Have a good day, night. I don't know what time it is. And then that's it. That's the end of her message. It's just like, I don't know what time it is.
Yeah. So we'll do that.
And she's gonna etch it in her, like, she's gonna hold the pencil like this because she doesn't know better. She's gonna be like,
I'm like, you hold that pencil. You got this.
you do it. I can just feel Nora somewhere in the distance, like with Val holding the pen like this and just being like, I sense disturbance.
And she's actually looking up at the stars and is like, if you look over, she's kind of like laid on her back, kind of looking at them, having a moment.
Good for her.
When the thing is finished, like the message is finished and it goes off, Tam will just sort of say to Val, I know you're really busy with your work, but do you want to help you learn some letters?
Yeah.
My handwriting is shit. Like, it's gonna be really. Nora would not be happy that I'm teaching you. She has perfect handwriting. I'm just like, but like, it's
I
better
could
enough.
read it though.
Yeah.
I could read it nicely. It's not bad.
Yeah.
And then she like looks down at the beginning of her copying and it's just like, don't look at it.
I'll avert my eyes. But yeah, why don't we do that for like 10 minutes every day?
Yeah, I usually get a couple breaks. The longest one I have is my lunch break, which is like 30 minutes. I usually spend it in the garden so we could go there and do that. I'll bring an extra tort if Chef doesn't kill me.
Good. I hope he doesn't. He's quite scary.
He's nice when he's chopping food and doesn't say anything.
He's nice when he's got a knife in his hand and it's not like pointed at you. Yeah, he's doing something else with it. That sounds good.
Cool.
Anything else? Or are we moving on to the next day?
I was thinking that like Ren, since the moon is almost full, will also take just a moment at some point to just like sort of sit cross-legged at the prow. Is the prow the front? Is the prow the front of the boat?
Yeah.
I'll sit at the prow and just like look up at the moon, and just sort of like be like, "Hey, moon lady, I don't know how much you see from up there, but I thought I would update you, you know, on the mission that, I mean, you've partly set us in vague terms. We've gotten one of the echoes, and we're on our way to get another one, and we will hopefully be saving the world, as you asked. So just thought I'd pop in and update you on that. Hope you're doing all right up there."
All right.
That's it. He doesn't know how to pray.
Yeah, no, you're good. You kind of have that moment, and then you feel kind of like and you look over, and Maroth's kind of there and doing the thing that horses do when they go to sit, kind of like awkwardly, kind of sits down.
Good boy.
Augie, did you want to do anything?
I think he's he's in a great mood now. So he spent probably the last week pent up in his room or like kind of coming out every once in a while. Now he is socializing with any of the crew on the ship, trying to get to know everyone on there and properly actually introducing himself and being in a good mood. Just in general. Maybe while Tam was playing music, I was doing like a little jig in front of her, dancing.
You introduce yourself to a lot of them. A lot of this crew is actually your own soldiers. If you remember, you like used, I think, 10 of them.
So, do I recognize any of them?
Do you want to recognize any of them?
Sure. I mean, I don't know if they were the assholes. I was
No.
like, none of them were like mean to me when I was.
You know what? There is one little like bitch, and it's kind of like kind of doing the thing where he's like, pretending like it never happened, because you're the king now, and so he's kind of like,
yeah.
But the rest of them, no, they would be very eloquent and gracious and under your command.
Okay. I'll go up to the one who is
okay. Human, just a guy, just human guy.
Just a guy.
Got a little bit of like patchy beard trying to grow in, and it's not working. And he's got bleach, like blonde, like tipped, like bleached tips, and kind of like stuck out in like different places. Has not aged well in terms of like puberty. Like he looks like he's like 24 and trying something and it like isn't working, and he's just like in this awkward phase where and he's got a baklava right now, a baklava, and just kind of
Oh, it's good to see you again.
Sir?
Remind me your name?
Jerome.
Jerome.
Your Highness.
I see you've gotten a lot more gracious since we've last spoken.
Thank you, Your Highness.
You can look me in the eye.
Thank you, Your Highness.
I know it was a few years ago, so I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you have matured as well as I. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, Your Highness. Yes, Your Highness.
If I even hear you say anything, not even just about me, but to any of your fellow soldiers, crewmates, we'll have a word.
Line clear, Your Highness.
Gives him a pat on the shoulder and heads back over to Tam or anyone.
Jesus
Just
Christ, okay. Alright. Okay. Let's go to the next day then. Jerome. Jesus. Okay.
Jerome with frosted tips.
Yeah.
If Augie tells Tam like about the conversation, I think when she passes him by, she'll just be like sort of whisper under her breath, be like, "Yes, Your Highness, no, Your Highness," and then just keep going.
Okay. Next day, can I get someone to roll a D100? Sorry, she wanted to come up here. Hello.
That's fine.
Okay.
I don't mind doing it.
Okay.
That's a 58.
58. Okay. Weather is clear. Weather is nice and clear, although it is starting to get colder. And you think about in the next day or two, you're going to start passing through mountains. And in the distance, you can see as they're beginning to accumulate quite a bit of snow. Far off in the distance, you're a few days away from the snow-capped ones, but you're starting to get a little bit higher, a little bit colder, a little bit more north. Things are, I would say it's sweater, it's solidly sweater weather, with a little bit of, you're getting close to having to put on jackets as well. But weather's clear. Travel is good. If there's anything that you would like to do today, or if not, we can move on to the next day.
Can Tam pop down and see Morgul? Morgul?
Mogrel.
Morgul?
Mogrel.
Yeah, I'll go down and have another accent experience with Morgul.
Oh, hey, it's the top of the list.
Top of the
Yeah.
list. Always. I was wondering, could I have another look and see if I can do a better job? Because I'm going to be honest, I didn't see anything the first time.
Oh, aye, sure. Tosses it over to you, kind of catch it. Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
No. Was a little bit better.
Okay.
Let me see what my bonus is. 0. Okay. 9.
I thought you rolled a 0. I like you had like a
No.
-1, and I was like, okay. You're kind of looking out, and oh my gosh, it's interesting. Like you see it, and then in the distance you see ocean, and you just see like blue expanse, and you're like, that's really weird. Like you're at the top of Snovsk or something, and then you see as he takes it, you feel as he takes it, and then shifts it to the front. You were looking off to the side, and kind of shifts it over to the front. In the distance, you see mountains that are green at the bottom and begin to turn brown, and then kind of like a as they get up there, but further back, you see as they are more rocky, and they're almost like a more grayer color, and they begin to have snow caps in the background.
Wow.
You don't see any like movement or anything, it's just general.
Okay. Cool. I'll just kind of look through it for a bit and then just sort of put it back, collapse it, and say, "Cool." And just be like, "It's really beautiful down there."
Aye, yeah. It's lots of mountains.
Lots of mountains. Have you seen any of the the Feywilds come for a visit? Have you seen anything of that?
Feywilds come for a visit? Like on the boat?
Oh, do you not know about the Feywild,
Oh, no, I know all about that shit. I mean, no. I see what you're saying. I mean, if you look, if you can see that there's a bit of, there's more greenery, I guess, and there's more, not greenery, it's a lot of purple and blue and pink, colors that you don't generally see. Lots of trees as well. We're up a bit too high to see, people and stuff.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
I did see there was one time where we were traveling and we saw this big like storm giant, and it was huge, and it had a bunch of little cloud sheep, and they were just naked, and they were playing, but that was a bit bizarre.
Cate, did we see that before? Have we seen like didn't we see a giant or some kind of like big thing
Oh,
when
were
we
you
were
there
traveling?
for that?
I think that we were. I think I've seen that.
Oh, honestly, I don't know how long people have been traveling. You know, days sort of tend to blend together.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all a little bit of like a sort of big trifle pie of
Oh,
things.
there
I
was
don't know.
one time. There was one time where I saw it. People will tell you that I didn't, but I did. There was this big, like, cat, and
Okay.
it was just a cat, and it was just walking by
Like,
the boat.
so there was a cat in the sky, or was a cat like on the
I-
ground?
We saw a
I
dog.
I will look for like the sky cat. We saw a
Aye.
dog.
Didn't we see like a giant dog?
It
in the
was a
distance?
dog cloud.
You saw
Yeah.
dog
I-
cloud, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
I've
'cause
also
it-
seen a cat hill.
Of course we did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Tam and Augie still think that Ren was, and whoever was it Ren and Nora or Ren and, it was
Right.
Ren and
It
Val.
was Ren and Val. They thought that we were crazy.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
they're pranking us.
That doesn't exist.
I need to get them back.
Yeah.
I
That's
saw it with my own 2 eyes.
all right. I'm gonna have a look out for
2.5, and he holds up the thing.
2.5. All right. I will. I'm not much use down here because I can't use that. I'm so bad at it. So I will go up and I'll, just like look the old-fashioned way with these two things.
I keep it out.
I will.
But, I welcome the company. You're welcome down here anytime.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome. It's nice. Yeah, it's nice to have a chat. I'll see you around.
I see ya.
Doug.
This dwarf gives me big like uncle vibes. Like he's.
Oh
just
yeah.
uncle.
Okay. Anyone else want to do anything or move on to the next day?
I think like just to state it, we don't have to roleplay it. I feel like Ren and Augie would be like having the occasional little like quiet chat or like little moments. It's weird to like
Yeah.
have a kiss and then several days pass, so I just want to like mention
Yeah.
that for story reasons.
Yes, they definitely have been talking. And now that it's sweater weather, Augie is wearing the sweater out in public again. He has been sleeping in it every single night since. But he's like, I can wear it in public.
Ren's
again.
heart stops the first time he sees him in the
There's-
freaking letter he made.
There's that one point where Mender kind of walks up to you, Augie, not while you guys are together, but at one point kind of walks up and goes, this is his things kind of like creak every now and then, but he's not saying anything. He goes,
Does it smell? Oh, okay. He takes it off and gives it to Mender.
you see as he kind of like opens a compartment lower in his stomach and kind of throws it in there.
Does he have
Waits a
little
few
washing
seconds.
machine?
Oh my god.
It's cotton.
Yeah, like just be sure to
Hang to dry.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
actually he's magic. He's
Whoa.
warforged. He's warforged. So it opens up and it's you get it and it's freshly clean. It's a little bit hot actually, and you're kind of like
No,
like it's like really toasty. Yeah.
Augie slips it on and just kind of like, thanks, you are very cool. Thank you.
And walks away.
I love that this Warforged is basically like, this boy is unbearably stinky. I have
don't even
to
have a
fix this.
nose, and I know this. I'm made of metal, and it's bothering me.
All right. Want to roll for the next day?
I'll do it. Yeah, I'll use my Ren dice. Come here, Ren dice. It is a 97.
Okay. Okay.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Oh
No, it's good. It's good. It came really close to something, so I was like, I had
A
to double check.
dragon.
Maybe you don't know.
Oh.
It's you see as the wind begins to pick up once more, but this time once again it is all heading directly north. It's almost serendipitous. It kind of feels like something or someone or is pushing you along further towards your destination. You gain an extra day of travel
It's Moon
Woo,
Lady.
woo.
I said it's Moon Lady.
if you'd like.
Lady.
Ren believes that it's Moon Lady. He's not even
Um,
a paladin or anything. He's just like a fan.
He's just like, heck yeah, man.
He's just a simp.
Yeah.
It's the only positive elven figure he's ever had. Okay.
Yeah. I can't say anything because you guys don't know much about Moon Lady, but
We know nothing about her. We don't know if she's even good.
I like her, but that tells you nothing.
No.
Okay, want to roll for the next day as well? Someone?
Hello?
Maddie, would you like to roll for the next day?
You would. I just heard an M, and I was like, which one? Which one?
It's you now.
It's me now. All right, we did the green dice last time. Let's do the purple dice.
Purple.
Purple dice. You are muted.
I got a 9 and the 2 zeros again.
You got a 9?
9 and
Oh,
2 zeros, yeah.
you gotta play Call of Cthulhu with that luck. I am so serious. Oh my god. Okay.
You should. I'm lucky today. Yesterday I was playing a game and I was doing real bad.
The winds do not let up. They continue pushing you forward in this same direction. It is getting colder and colder. It is at this point that you are going to start requiring kind of winter jackets as you are well into the mountain with the snow caps, that mountain range, and you actually have to increase in altitude to make sure that you have plenty of clearance of these mountains. So it is getting colder and colder and colder.
I'll say that Ren commissioned Mimi to do like a fur lining for his cloak that can like button into the cloak. I have a lining
Oh,
for one of my
yes.
jackets.
Yeah.
So he's just got like this like black cloak but with like fur. It's
Okay.
fuzzy.
Is it like black fur as well, or what kind of?
Sure, for the aesthetic, yeah.
'Cause I didn't know if you wanted to like do silver fur to like
Oh,
offset.
silver would be cool though. Let's do silver. Yeah.
Silver? Okay.
It can be faux fur. I don't know how fantasy faux fur would work, but
Magic.
Mimi knows.
Magic. Yeah,
yeah.
Mimi's got some stuff. She can procure pretty much anything.
Cool.
So yeah.
Yeah. Don't we have 2 walk-in closets that are like prepped with things?
Yes.
Oh.
This is me being like, if you guys want outfit customizations, like
Yeah.
for your different things, wait, and I can't wait to see this like episode where you guys like pick out swimsuits from the walk-in closet. Like,
Yes. Yes.
It's pretty hot in the kitchen all the time, so Val really doesn't really notice the change until like she goes up one day just cuz during her like 5-minute break, and she's like in a tank top and she's like, nope, and just like turns around and goes straight back towards the walk-in closets. And she's not even gonna look seriously at what she's grabbing. She's just gonna like find a jacket that she can like put on over her like normal clothes. So she's just like not freezing cold.
yeah.
So she'll hang it up in the kitchen just so Chef doesn't get mad.
Yeah. Again, with Chef, he's not a warm fella, but you get the feeling that like he's whereas in the beginning he was kicking you out after making like I've been watching a lot of Hell's Kitchen recently. After he's not like kicking you out after like one failed thing. Like now you're able to stay through dinner service with a couple of mistakes, you know.
Yeah.
But
She's trying her best.
she is, and you're getting exponentially better as well. So
Good.
he's making sure to take notice of that. Okay. Want to move on to the next day? Does someone want to roll on the table?
I'll roll. I'll do it.
Okay, Miller.
Let's do my Taylor Swift inspired die.
I don't know what that looks like.
Come on, T Swift. I'll show you in a second.
It has a
28.
little blonde wig.
28.
Yeah, my dice have each a little D20 with a blonde wig
Little
on top
smudge
of it.
lipstick.
Yeah, I got 28.
28.
Yeah.
Okay. The wind has died down a little bit. It's still blowing in that general direction, and you feel as though it's blowing you more and more north. It's you're going, and it's getting colder and colder. But the heavy clouds seem to pick up as well. Whereas it's almost like the clouds pick up and increase because there's less wind to blow them. And it kind of begins to set in. Ren, you're generally out there kind of looking out for things. Make a perception check.
Oh, hell yeah. Are we in a forest?
Aren't we all
No.
emotionally?
I mean, like,
In my heart. at
in
all
your
times.
heart, you're definitely down there in that garden right now. But unfortunately.
It's a 20 total.
Okay. In the distance, like far out, it's really foggy. It's really like unclear. But 20. It's difficult to like make out, and you see just barely, just like the shape, the shadow of just something just kind of fly past, and like.
Does it look like another rock based on what I had seen before?
It does appear to be some sort of flying thing.
Bird-like?
One could say
Okay.
that. It looks as though it has wings.
I will go over to the captain, forgotten her name.
Captain Flint.
Captain Flint.
Right.
And just say, can we hide ourselves? I see another very large flying thing in the distance.
Oh,
That
yeah,
that
it
way.
shouldn't be a problem. How far away was it?
Did you say? I'm sorry.
It was like generally, it was like I'd say about a couple 100 feet.
It was about a couple 100 feet.
Right. Yusuf, can we fire the front? And the quartermaster says, absolutely, not a problem. And goes over, and you see he kind of like takes something and kind of does a little bit of magic, and the bottom of the ship kind of does this illusionary thing, so it seems to blend into the general surroundings.
Here's a question.
Yes.
Can Ren cast Pass Without Trace on a boat?
It is a 30-foot radius, so it's a pass without trace. I believe it's any creature within 30-foot radius is the
okay.
elements of the spell. I used it today, so I'm like it.
Okay. Yeah, probably won't be helpful then. In this case. Unless the boat's the creature. Which would be
That would
rad.
be really
Surprise.
cool. That would be really cool. Okay. So you kind of take a moment, and Captain Flint, hearing your thing, they kind of ensure that everyone stays quiet, stays still for a little bit, and wait a couple of things. And you don't see anything else. and kind of wait for like the next 20 minutes or so, kind of staying low and staying kind of quiet. And don't see anything.
Was it in the direction we were flying in?
It was a little bit ahead and kind of
Okay.
cross diagonally.
And we are getting closer to it. All right. I guess we just see if anything happens.
Can
Uh,
Tam also stay looking out? Just
Sure,
on the
make
off
a
chance?
perception check.
Yeah, Ren will just
At
keep his eyes on the
disadvantage
clouds.
because of the heavy cloud cover.
Oh, no.
I have
It's really
not rolled
foggy.
any double digits today.
Oh no.
It's really foggy. You look down, there's some mountains. You see like some mountains. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
man. They're rad.
You see like some mountains.
You're looking out
Yeah,
and
really
you're really
cool.
looking and you can't seem to see any like cats, like cloud cat or dog cloud. Like you think they're
Increasingly frustrated.
maybe he's pulling your chain again.
Maybe.
Like that's weird. The rest of the day goes uneventful. The Captain Flint at the end of the day kind of approaches you, Augie, and they say, all right, if all thing goes according to plan, we should be about 2 days out.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for doing this for us and being just a really, really good crew.
Well, thank you. Tips are always greatly appreciated.
Will do. Will do. Don't you worry.
Oh, I'm not.
Good to hear.
All right. So you've got about 2 days left if all goes well. Would anyone like to roll for that last 2 days?
I could do it again.
Alice, Alice, were you going for
No,
it?
no, I did. I think I just had my roll. I think I just had my turn.
I have one set of dice left, so let's do that, shall we?
All right.
It's the blue ones. The glow in the dark. Okay, let me put this down on a flat surface. That just seems like a better idea. I got an 8 on one die and then a 20 on the other.
20. So 28.
Oh, yep. My brain's not on.
Okay. Sky is once more cloudy. My gosh.
Did your dog just open your door?
Yeah.
I love him.
Oh my gosh. Yep. This room is just theirs at this point. Clouds are still darkly covering the sky. Winds stay the same. It's just getting colder and colder and colder the more you go up. You're at the point of gloves would be a very good idea. And if there's anything, people are now deckhands and the quartermaster, bosun, and captain and stuff, navigator. Everyone's taking turns and shifts, kind of moving around, because if you're up there for too long, you're gonna start to experience some levels of exhaustion if you spend more than a couple hours up on the deck. Stop.
Little menaces.
Oh my god.
Ah.
Yeah. But continue to travel. Once again, though, you see in the distance, a little bit closer this time, see that similar kind of shadow
Did
traveling.
we kill the baby rocket? Is this the mama rock?
Oh,
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh, that's
what if it's a dragon?
Ooh. See it kind of traveling once again, kind of like diagonally, this time traveling similar in the same direction that you all are traveling in.
Can I like watch it for a while and see if it looks like it's, I don't know if I could tell this, but intentionally following us or like
Make
flying
an
parallel?
insight check.
Okay. I'll make an inside check on the flying shadow. Oh, that's cocked. Natural 20 plus 9.
29. 20? Okay. With a natural 20, so 29. Jesus. Okay, I will give you this time, whereas before it seemed you don't know if this is the same thing. The shadow the day before, it seemed to kind of just travel diagonally, just kind of didn't seem to notice. This one with 29. This one seems to have noticed. Doesn't seem to be intentionally threatened nor particularly interested, but has noticed and kind of takes a moment similar to like when you're traveling, like when you're walking on the street and it's like then there's someone else. It's kind of like they aren't following you, but they have noticed and are kind of, it's kind of like doing the kind of like, you
do this smile
maybe
as you pass.
it's less of that, and it's just more kind of like every now and then kind of glancing your head back to see, like, but that was an insight.
Yeah.
I will give you the fact that this one does not look like a ship. It does appear to have 2 wings.
Okay.
As well. It was not a perception check, so you can't quite discern that, but it appears to be less moving, kind of very straight and uniform like a ship would, and seems to be moving more like a creature.
Gotcha.
So, flying creature that notices and is not threatened, but is not interested.
I'll make sure the captain is aware of all that as well.
Thank you.
Just for sharing of knowledge.
Mm-hmm. In the far distance, as it gets to be later at night, you see a little bit in the distance, a little bit of lights begin to peek out from one of the mountains at night. The idea that you are getting very close to something, but are still about a day's flight away.
That's not like where we're headed? It's just like a settlement that we're gonna go over, or is it where we're headed?
That is where you're headed.
Okay,
you're about a day away.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Does someone want to roll the potentially last percentile?
Jules, you've been rolling so well.
Do you want me to roll?
Yeah.
Sure. Now that you've jinxed it, let's go. Find another thing. Yeah. 25?
25? Weather begins to, again, get cold. This time it's the point where you wake up and, like, you can feel it. And, like, your muscle, like, your bones and joints are just kind of, like, creaky because of how cold it is. But you, nevertheless, the winds don't pick up negatively. There's no incredible thing blocking your path or your travel. It seems as though your risk has paid off in getting that, what am I trying to say? That travel time down a little bit.
Ren feels a little bit smug. He made a choice, and
Yes.
it didn't blow everyone up.
And it worked!
And it worked.
Does anyone have anything that they'd like to do last minute while you're on this boat during this last day?
Augie wants to turn into a freaking giraffe. We've been waiting. I'm ready to turn into a giraffe, so he's gonna go over to Tam.
Oh no. Like, I feel like I'm lying.
Yeah, you are lagging.
All right.
Should we just say it works? And then RP
Yeah.
some giraffe moments?
Well, my thinking is I know it's very late for Alice. Do we want to?
We can save it for next time. If
Okay.
Save the giraffe adventure for next
Yes.
time.
Okay. Then I will say with that, with a couple moments buried in mind, that the boat begins to drift, and eventually you make your way towards a city that appears to be Snovsk, as you begin to settle down, and that is where we'll call this session. Woohoo! Good job,
Yay.
you guys. All right.
Oh, and now I stop lagging.
of
Oh.
course.
Oh,
It's fine. We made it.
We
Yay.
made it!
In one piece. Very proud of us.
Oh my gosh. And we finally got to talk about the courts.
The courts that we've really pissed off.
Yeah.
You say you said great.
Made up.
Yes, we did.
And out!
Oh.
Okay. So
And
are we
Bianca,
telling us-
sorry. Yeah.
Oh no, sorry.
Here, let's here. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Oh.
We will see you soon when we play next. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a lovely night, / evening, / afternoon, / morning, wherever you're watching. And yes, thank you. Bye.
bye.